Good morning, everyone. It's 6 a.m. right now. Rob and Sarah are back in the house. They're still asleep, but I'm going to the supermarket to get a couple things for breakfast. Today's plan, I think we are actually moving accommodation. I'll let Rob talk about that later, but I thought I'd just bring you along and show you what I get them for breakfast. Thank you. See you. Oh, didn't see there, Ben. I was just getting my morning cardio routine in. But what's up, everyone? Welcome to today's vlog. Now, today's vlog is going to be in honor of Marcus from Team Overkill. Me and Ben, you know, we're both very into travel. We're both very into YouTube, so we're both big John Olsen fans. So today we're going to go to some really cool spots in Bali, and we're going to vlog it. We're going to make it epic. So hopefully we do Team Overkill proud. Let's get it started. So we got Aqualine here. That one. Yeah, so basically, my new girlfriend is now called Aqualine. She has gone 2 years older as well, but you know what? That's cool.
I'm already getting too old. Don't put more years
I can't wait for my new life with Aqualine. Anyways, we are just getting some breakfast made up for us now. What are we having this morning? What is for breakfast? It doesn't matter, it's okay.
It smells delicious.
It smells delicious.
Thank you.
Alright, so we just got breakfast made for us there. So nice. What's this? We got like potatoes. I think there's some garlic infused in there somewhere. 2 fried eggs, bacon, and 2 pieces of wholemeal toast. Perfect breakfast, no complaints. Okay, one thing about the fruit plates out here, they look so pretty. Look at that. Stick a bit of color grading on this bad boy. Okay, don't judge my sitting down physique as well. We never look our best when we're sitting down. Anyways, so we took the mopeds out and we went completely the wrong way, but you know what? That was a good thing because we got to see a lot of the island and it was just a really nice drive. So we ended up at Potato Head Beach Club after all you guys recommend to go there. So it's really cool. It's a really chilled spot. We're gonna sit here, have a few drinks, have a good time. We just ordered some food. We got some fruit platter. I'm getting really good at like getting in like fruit and veg over here. So healthy. But right, so we're gonna chill here and then like just relax and wind down. Okay, I wasn't really like expecting like a big kind of fish's head, but you know, whatever. Protein. Let's see what we make of this. One thing is I'm very open-minded. I will try anything. I am jealous of Ben's linguine.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me and Sarah.
I'm not picky either.
Yeah, okay, let's just see what, like, you know, what meat we can get out of it. You think you want to eat the fish's head? Right, okay, so let's see. Where's the goods? Is that it? Is that like, oh, okay. Oh, this looks good. Yum. I can't get much meat. Is this it? Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. Absolutely delicious. See, there you go. Don't judge a fish by its cover. So yeah, the update on what we're doing is we're moving out of this place and we are on to another hotel. Gotta keep it fresh, gotta keep it interesting, gotta confuse the viewers. So we're packing up here. Comment down below if you get that reference. We're packing up here and then we're gonna hit the road, and then yeah, I can't wait to see this new place. It's outside of Seminyak. It's in this place called Jim Baran. Probably saying that wrong, but I'm gonna own it. And yeah, so it's gonna be a new location and it's meant to be really nice, really scenic. This pizza is more trouble than it's worth. Okay, I think that's it. It was worth the Instagram.
Yeah, we got the Instagram picture, that's all we need.
That's what matters in life, right? Alright, so that is it. We are just packing up and just praying to God we don't forget anything, and now we're going to get a taxi and then we're going to make it to Jim Baran. Yeah, we're going to go there and move into our new hotel. I think it's called the Paragon or something, but yeah, let's check it out. Alright, so the weather is pretty bad today, so we're just probably going to chill, unpack, go up this way, maybe hit the gym, see what we get up to. There you go. Yeah. Alright guys, so this is probably the most requested video we've had. It was like the top comment in the last video was how do we make videos start to finish, what equipment we use, how do we edit, everything. So we're gonna go through that. We like to think of ourselves as a crappy Irish team Overkill. We're like John and Marcus, just nowhere near their level. we're like team Underkill or team like kill it just about enough. Simple. Yeah. We were thinking Team LF, but that's too much about me. So we need you guys to think of a new name for us. Comment down below. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to go through is all the equipment we use. So let's start off with the kind of main thing that I personally use, and that is the Canon G7X. That is like my daily driver. It's what I use the most, and this is also a Gorilla Pod attached to it. So it's kind of like a tripod that you can fix around and also use as kind of a selfie stick. As you see, it has the flip up screen, which is so important for vlogging, so you can check you're in shot, and it shoots in 60 frames per second. I had the Canon G7X Mark I, upgraded to Mark II, and I think it's definitely worth it. So that's my bread and butter right there.
My go-to camera, it's probably the question that I get asked most on Rob's videos, is what camera do I use to film? It's the Sony a7S Mark II. It's probably the highest camera you can go before you go into something like a Red or a camera used for films.
It's my favorite camera as well.
Yeah,
like if I was to buy anything else, it's going to be a Sony a7.
Yeah, definitely.
And you also have a Rode mic on top of it, and give us a lowdown on the lenses too.
So the microphone that I use is the Rode Video Mic Pro. It handles everything well. The only problem I have with it is that you need to switch it on every time you use it. There's been so many clips on this trip that we have forgotten to switch it on, and next thing we have recorded this class vlog clip and there's no audio. So
that's the only thing.
And as for lenses, I only have 2 lenses for this camera. The current one that's on the camera right now is the Canon 16-35. It's a really wide angle lens. It's zoomed in now, but if you're vlogging, you want something like that because it gets everything in shot. The other lens that I recently just bought for the Bali trip was this 24-105 Sigma lens.
It's a big lad.
Yeah, it just gives me that sort of zoom that we're looking for.
Yeah, lenses is something that I need to improve my knowledge on, but basically I've been told that the lens kind of makes the camera, essentially. Like it is just so important. So yeah, that's something I need to brush up on. Okay, the next thing I want to show you guys, and this is one of my most asked questions on Instagram, and it's what do I take my Instagram photos with, not videos. I vlogged with it for a day and you fucking roasted me. You killed me, you didn't like it. So it's definitely way better for photos than it is for videos, and that is the Olympus pen. It's like really popular with a lot of bloggers. It has a flip down screen, but really what makes it is this 45mm lens, and it's the lens, it's really zoomed in, and the lens is what gives it that depth of field, that, or as I like to call it in layman's terms, blurry background. So yeah, that's what gives it that effect, and that's like what everyone really wants for their photos nowadays. So they're my 2 main things. They're the G7X and the Olympus pen, and then next up is definitely the best investment I've got, and it's the Mavic Pro. It was only like €1,200, really hard to get. Camera Center in Grafton Street hooked me up, and it shoots in 4K. It's so easy to use. It's like an Xbox controller. Let me show you it. This is the controller, and then this is the actual drone. Like, it is so small.
That's an iPhone compared to the drone.
Yes, and like sometimes I literally just wrap this up in a hoodie and throw it in my bag, like when we're going to the beach today. But yeah, this is the best thing I've ever bought, really, to be honest. It's like my prized possession, so yeah, I love it.
And so for the last camera that we actually use in these videos is the GoPro. I wouldn't really recommend this for vlogging or shooting big cinematic videos. It's only really good for convenience. Like today, for example, we went surfing and we couldn't bring the big camera in, and you couldn't leave that out of the video. So the GoPro is perfect for that. I mean, you can vlog on it, it's just it's not convenient. So you'd only really want to use this in those situations where you can't bring a big camera.
I think it's like mainly for travel. Like for sea or like skiing or something like that.
Yeah, you can't like travel anywhere without having one.
Yeah, so for travel YouTubers, that's really handy. And when you think about the Sony A7, the G7X, the Mavic Pro, and the GoPro, that covers land, sea, and air.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our main camera setup sorted.
But the main thing is, if you're starting out on YouTube, forget about all this equipment. It doesn't matter.
Screw this. No, literally start on this, okay?
Yeah.
Every smartphone, every new smartphone nowadays has an unbelievable camera. This shoots in 4K.
Yeah.
This shoots in 4K. This shoots in higher quality than the G7X.
Yeah.
So literally just try it on your phone and see if you actually like YouTube. I started on my phone until I had at least 5,000 subscribers, if not more.
There's no point in buying a massive camera, posting a few videos and then realizing that you don't enjoy it.
That's probably the biggest takeaway from this whole explanation.
Yeah. So another question that gets asked a lot under Rob's videos is, how do we edit the actual videos?
Ben is actually going to make a video purely on that because there's so many things that go into it, and it's something that I am not great at. Like, I still use iMovie sometimes, which is like beginner. But yeah, Final Cut Pro is what Ben uses, and there's kind of a lot to talk about there.
The one thing that I will say though is that everybody edits differently. There's no one way to edit a video.
Yeah, like personally, like I put all my clips throughout the entire day in at once and edit it like that, but Ben does them one by one.
Yeah,
so that's like completely opposite. Like, we still both get the job done.
Obviously, we won't go into much detail with editing because we'll be here for days making this video.
And I don't even know all the ins and outs.
Yeah, but the one main point about editing is try and edit to impact. And what I mean by that is, when somebody watches your video, you want them to sort of be taken aback, and you want it to leave an impression on them.
You want it to kind of stimulate them.
Yeah.
So like if the beat drops in the music, you want something to happen on the screen. Or like the transition have like an audio effect. So or just literally get people involved. I think stimulate them is the best way.
Yeah, that's it. Like if you need to listen to the music, so if it slows down, you want a nice panning shot or something, or if it picks up, maybe an action shot or something like that.
And that's probably the hardest part of editing. And I think that sets us up perfectly to go on to music.
Yeah. So music on YouTube, if you make videos yourself, you know how hard this is to do.
It's the worst part of YouTube. Like literally the other day we were looking for music for 4 hours.
Yeah,
just for a video, and then the edit took like 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
So sometimes even finding good music is just the hardest part. But the ways you do find it is look up SoundCloud and YouTube for some channels dedicated to no copyright music, no copyright sounds is one of them. There's actually loads. You can also contact up and coming artists. So you give them a shout out and you get to use some of their songs.
Yeah. So how we both basically do it is that we subscribe to a few of these channels, and when we see a new song goes up, we listen to a couple seconds of it. If we like it, we'll add it to a playlist. If we don't, we won't. And then we have a whole library of songs backed up for future videos if we want to use them.
Yeah, like we've got a few bangers in there and we're just waiting for the right video to unleash it on. And like I said, music can really make or break a video. I think it's one of the most important things. If you like edit to the music, that's like half the battle.
Yeah, you can ruin a video if you don't have good music.
Yeah. Okay, and now probably the most important point, and that's content is king. You can have amazing music, really good editing, but if the actual content, the vlog, the video sucks, then it's just no good. You need to have a story, you need to have a topic, you need to have substance, you need to have beginning, middle, and end. You need to like transition the story. That all comes before editing and music and equipment and stuff.
Yeah, that's one of the main things about YouTube videos is make sure you're telling a story. You have the beginning, middle, and end. If you don't, the video's just all over the place, and the viewer doesn't really walk away satisfied watching it. It's just like, what did I watch, if you get me?
Yeah, like you've probably seen some massive viral videos, and they're done on like a potato can.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a good example of it right there.
Yeah.
And then last but not least is titles and thumbnails, and this is kind of like the cherry on top. So basically, my rule for titles and thumbnails is, and it kind of goes the same for Instagram pictures as well. People are scrolling through the feed and they're getting so much images thrown at them. So it's like, how do you make your one stick out?
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like music, your titles and thumbnails can be the make or break of your video. It's the first thing people see when they're looking through YouTube.
And the kind of like really annoying thing, and this is how important titles and thumbnails are, is I've had some really good videos and they get like quite low views from my channel because I couldn't think of a good title and thumbnail.
Yeah.
And then I've had some really crappy videos, some really bad vlogs in my opinion, that I wasn't really happy with it, and they get so high views because the title and thumbnail are good.
So I think the main thing about your thumbnails is just make sure it's simple. There's no point in putting so much information in it because that's what you're going to cover in the video. You just want a nice clean picture, maybe a little bit of text, but you don't want a whole essay on that thumbnail because it's pointless.
Another thing is bright and sharp and just easy to see. Again, bright, contrast, vibrant. That's what's going to jump out at you. And also, people nowadays, like, they go mental about clickbait when you know, you talk about the topic in the video. People are like, oh, it's clickbait. And it's like, it's just, you know, trying to get people in to watch the video, but if the content is good and it's got something to do with the title, then it's fair game.
Yeah.
Clickbait is when it has, you know, a big extravagant title and it's irrelevant to the video. So if it's not truly irrelevant, you can't call people out for clickbait. So to sum up, like, my thoughts on clickbait is, if it has something to do with the video, then like it's game on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is pretty much it, start to finish. We just touched lightly on these topics, or like we could talk about it for so long. We actually end up just getting into a conversation. The camera was rolling, to be honest. So that's equipment, editing, music, titles, thumbnails, workflow, matching the audio to the visual, and I think that pretty much covers everything. Oh, and content. Of course.
Yeah, but obviously none of this matters. If you want to start YouTube, you just have to pick up your phone, pick up a camera, and just get started. Like, there's no point in worrying about all of this if you don't start.
He said it. Literally, start on an iPhone. Stop waiting for the perfect intro, the perfect thumbnail, the perfect camera, everything. Just start and get a feel for it, because that is going to be your best bet.
Exactly.
Alright, so Marcus, hopefully we did you proud in this video, and, you know, we'll always be trying to improve our skills and get better over time. So until then, keep it real and ciao.